Welcome back, super friends. What's the hubbub? Aaron Fischer a Skip Bayless level rage baiter of the DC hater world? There's a video I never thought I'd see or make. Does he stand by his opinions seriously, or is it purposeful engagement farming for clicks? An anti-Gunn / pro Zack Snyder subscribers? First, I wanted to share a piece of news with the Supergirl Synopsis. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Like, subscribe, and comment, please. I like to have honest civil debate. If you disagree, that's fine with me. Just no trolling and insults of each other, and channel to the synopsis. Look out. While celebrating her 21st birthday, Kara Zor-El travels across the galaxy with her dog Crypto, during which she meets the young Ruthie Mary Noel and goes on a murderous quest for revenge. Next, let's talk about the most consistent hater of James, Gunn, and the DCU, a man who's basically the Skip Bayless of DC discourse, Aaron Fischer. You know Skip, right? The guy who made a career out of hating LeBron James so loudly and so often that it became his personal brand.
9 National Football League teams that needed a quarterback last night passed on Johnny Manziel, starting with the Houston Texans, who will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel. And in a minute, I will go right down the list of teams that will forever regret passing on Johnny Manziel, who pretty soon will change football life in Cleveland, Ohio. One day, I am predicting, Johnny Manziel will become even bigger in the city of Cleveland than his buddy and business partner LeBron James ever was in the city of Cleveland.
Luke Walton was merely the son of the great Bill Walton, so that gives him some cachet, you know, it gives him some respect.
No.
Luke Walton was, just a second, Luke Walton was a starter for 8 years alongside Kobe Bryant, and Luke Walton does have 2 rings to his credit, so he's only 1 short of LeBron. And
Stop it, Skip.
Wait a second.
Why'd you throw that in there?
I had to, just for respect. And Luke Walton...
Well, Aaron Fischer is playing the exact same game, except instead of taking shots at NBA superstars, he's unloading daily fire at Superman, James Gunn, and anything DC that isn't wearing a Zack Snyder-approved filter. The troll engagement extends to other topics as well, I see. Recently, with Charlie Kirk in the news, I pointed out that he was a flawed human, but that doesn't justify killing him. A good faith remark that wasn't politically charged? Aaron's reply? To start, he did so in a Restore Snyder video, though he's previously stated he's not a Snyder-centric fan, always ironically said by him, with his foam backdrop, including a collection of DCEU-only action figures.
You guys have heard of movie HubBub and how he is working for DC. Well, I have a confession to make. I don't work for DC. I don't work for a movie studio. I don't work for anybody. I am an individual who loves DC Comics. I am the exact opposite of what you would call a shill.
Which, by the way, in a public conversation with Robert Burnett, I was never hiding any ties to working in a capacity with DC. Being a fan of something or having high interest level is often why we choose our career paths. Everyone can have bias, but that doesn't make them a shill implicitly. Anyways, take a look at this post here. He states that I must be hiding. I'm glad Charlie is dead. When I reply with a rebuttal, he's afraid to reply again. Absolute misreading of conversation by him, and it appears when he's wrong, he hides from it. I can't make any other conclusion from how he went after me. He can't say he is sorry if his life depended on it. In his Charlie Kirk video, he makes up a stat.
And what is the left all of a sudden talking about? Gun control. But if you want to have an honest discussion about gun control, if you want to talk about all of the major gun incidents that have happened over the last 3 to 4 years, they have been done by trans people.
That the majority of mass shooters are trans. That's just blatantly false. I'm all for opinions that vary, but let's not stack fake info on top of it. Look at the statistics. 96% are men. Trans are only 2%, and I've read some studies that have it in a 1% range even. So while I agree it's awful that Charlie Kirk was murdered, I also think there should be restraint on agenda-based commentary to create narratives. I get that Aaron is right-wing conservative, while I'm more in the liberal side. It's possible to find common ground, but not if the basis of disagreement is shock rage, debate engagement.
Sure. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
I don't think I told you. My name's Mercury.
Nice to meet you. Well, nice to re-meet you, I should say.
What do you hope to get out of this? Why are you here?
Okay, I've been asked that question a lot. First of all, that question should not even have to be asked, but when people stop talking, really bad stuff starts. When marriages stop talking, divorce happens. When church starts happening, they fall apart. When civilizations stop talking, civil war ensues. When you stop having a human connection with someone you disagree with, it becomes a lot easier to want to commit violence against that group. Whether it be the great genocide, the horrible genocides of the last 100 years, people stop talking with each other because they lose their humanity. I wish we could be here without having my hat thrown off and stuff, but what we as a culture have to get back to is being able to have reasonable disagreement where violence is not an option.
I'm James Gunn.
Hey! Bradley Cooper carved that desk!
What was up with that last maximum velocity? You didn't like it? I thought it was great.
You're ruining my childhood!
That's the platform his channel seems to be aligning with. I find Aaron entertaining, but I also think you can go too far, leaning into that for subs. Yes, there is a market for a Fallen Dead verse set of Snyder fans. I like to give my counter perspective, but the Gunn-verse fans are mostly DC fans. There isn't such a fanatical tribe as it's a working verse. We don't need a cult as the verse is active. Aaron and harsh critics, who is copying his engagement farming, found an exploit for the Snyder fans that still want to restore. Recently, I saw the Snyder Bros think Netflix is the path now. Right, because as another viewer pointed out, his Rebel Moon success really motivated Netflix to bring the DCEU in. That's hilarious. If there was any path such as Elseworlds or Multiverse, it goes through Gunn. Aaron knows this, I'm sure. Seriously, Aaron's entire personality online is being anti-Gunn, anti-Hope, and pro-Snyder to the death. He's not just a critic. He's a crusader. If it's not directed by Zack Snyder, scored by Hans Zimmer, and doesn't include a grayscale version for no reason, Aaron automatically hates it. To him, the moment Snyder stepped away from the DCEU, the whole franchise died. And now he's on a mission to remind everyone, every day, in the most toxic way possible, just like Skip Bayless wakes up and asks, "How can I disrespect LeBron James today?" Aaron wakes up, checks James Gunn's Twitter feed, and says, "Time to remind everyone that Man of Steel was peak cinema, and anything after it is a war crime." He's not doing this because he believes every word. He's doing it because rage equals engagement. The Snyder fanbase has its loud corners, but Aaron, he's the guy who grabbed a megaphone, climbed the tallest building, and screamed, "Only Snyder's Superman matters." Anytime someone even mentions Superman these days, whether it's a casting announcement, a new comic arc, or a Gunn interview, Aaron's already halfway through a 30-tweet meltdown about how Gunn's Superman will be a joke, or how real Superman fans want Henry Cavill back and no one else. The man acts like Kal-El himself betrayed the fandom by not signing a lifelong contract with Zack Snyder. It's a formula, and it's identical to Skip Bayless's playbook. Pick an icon, say the wildest, most emotionally charged take, let the replies, quote, tweets, and arguments feed the algorithm. Skip does it with LeBron. Aaron does it with Superman, especially now that Gunn is putting his own spin on the character. Even if the movie's great, even if Superman's hopeful again, and fans start loving it, Aaron will still be there, tweeting from the shadows, reminding us all that Zack Snyder had the real vision. You can't argue with him. You can't reason with him. because to Aaron Fischer, Superman doesn't exist unless he's brooding, grim, and in a world that's 90% slow motion. Anything else is Disney-fied, soft, or not what the character is meant to be. So next time you see Aaron Fischer trending, because he called Gunn's Superman a Saturday morning cartoon, or said something like DC has officially died with this reboot, just know you're not watching film criticism, you're watching a performance. It's Skip Bayless in cosplay, it's clout chasing in Kryptonian armor, it's Snyder loyalty turned into a full-blown content strategy, and honestly, it's working. He's in our feeds, he's in our heads, he's in the quote tweets of every DC announcement. Aaron Fischer doesn't report on Superman, he trolls Superman, and somewhere Skip Bayless is watching him work and thinking, damn, respect. And here's where Aaron really hits Skip Bayless level manipulation. He doesn't just drop outrageous takes, he twists reasonable, well-intentioned responses into attacks, so he can keep the outrage train running at full speed. Someone could reply to one of his tweets with, hey, I liked Man of Steel too, but I'm cautiously optimistic about James Gunn's take. And Aaron will quote tweet that like, oh yes, another MCU drone trying to erase Snyder's legacy and gaslight the fandom into thinking hopeful means good. It's like trying to talk to someone about your favorite pizza topping and they respond with, wow, so you think my entire existence is invalid because I like pepperoni? That's the Aaron Fischer brand. He takes context and shreds it like a Lex Luthor speech edited by TMZ. Even if you agree with half of what he's saying, if you're not 100% in lockstep with his Snyder or nothing ideology, suddenly you're a casual, a Gunn apologist, or worse, a fake fan who never understood Superman. You could say, I'm glad Superman's going back to his classic roots, and Aaron will spin it as, oh, so you hated Snyder's nuanced take on alienation and masculinity, huh? Typical. It's not conversation, it's baiting. Just like Skip can take LeBron saying, I love my teammates, and turn it into, that was clearly a shot at Dwayne Wade. Aaron does the same. James Gunn could say, we want Superman to be inspiring, and Aaron will fire off a thread titled, James Gunn just threw Zack Snyder under the bus. Here's how. The man treats nuance like kryptonite, and in true troll fashion, when fans call out his bad faith interpretations, he'll double down with a smug, funny how triggered everyone gets when I speak the truth. Because that's the game. Twist, bait, outrage, repeat. That is today's HubBub. As always, look up, not back. The DCU and James Gunn are moving forward, and the Snyderverse is still dead.
I played the violin, I'm playing a Stradivarius. That's what I'm playing, Skip Bayless, because I'm the best, I demand the best. Your day coming. You laughing right now, Skip. Yeah, you keep.